Hi there, so how do we let go of a coping mechanism? It can be quite simple. We look at the before and the after. Let's break it down. First, what is a coping mechanism? It's usually an action that we take that in the short term may offer us relief, but in the long term there can be negative consequences. So let's look at the before and the after. The before is anything that leads up to the coping mechanism. It's by examining and observing all the patterns and behaviors that lead up to the coping mechanism. In my experience, it's usually something in our daily life that is causing a buildup of pressure and intense unpleasant sensations in our body. This way, we need the coping mechanism to numb that pressure and alleviate the intensity of the sensations that we feel. The question is, why do we allow that buildup of pressure to occur in the first place? Well, there can be three reasons to this. 1, a fear to say no. 2, unmet needs or not feeling worthy for our needs to be met. 3, not knowing and not honoring our best interests. So if we go about our daily life prioritizing everybody else's wants and needs before our own, it's more likely than not that we're taking on a lot more than we can handle. So no wonder we feel all that pressure and need something to numb and alleviate that. So it's really important to examine anything and everything that leads up to that coping mechanism, and by doing some inner work and self-reflection on all the causes we identify, we can better improve the relationship we have with ourselves and no longer need a coping mechanism. So let's look at the after now. Now, once we indulge in the coping mechanism, there's usually an after effect. The next day, we may feel shame, regret, guilt, anger, negative self-talk. There can be negative self-talk. By looking into anything that comes up the next day, it can reveal a lot of subconscious beliefs that we have about ourselves and the situation at hand. For example, it's not feeling good enough, feeling like a failure, feeling that no matter what we do, everything is the same. There can be lots of subconscious beliefs and patterns that can be revealed by doing some self-reflection on the after effect. And by resolving those, again, we will no longer need the coping mechanism. So the most efficient approach is to look at that before and the after, so we can address as many layers as possible and no longer need the coping mechanism, as we have built a really strong foundation and a healthy relationship with ourselves, that we will no longer have that pressure and need for a coping mechanism. So yeah, this is my suggested approach. I hope this helps and I look forward to your feedback. Thank you and see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.